Hi everybody, it's Miss Joy and Happiness, Alena Naron. Well, today's topic is the LOL epidemic. No, I'm not talking about laughing out loud. I'm talking about the lack of love. You see it everywhere. Everyone's into themselves, into their laptop, iPhone, tablet. There's not a lot of people reaching out as much as they could be. People are staying more to themselves. But I remember this little song. I'm not going to sing it. But when I was a little girl, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of. Well, that 70s song, I'm sure there was even more love back then. But guess what? I know, because there's a lot more people on this awesome planet of ours, that we can even produce more love now if we choose to. So I, every day, choose to give love. Whether it be through a kind word, a hug, a smile, a fun, friendly email, encouragement, anything. Because when there is a lack of love, that's when people strike out in anger. That's when there is craziness, like we see on Right This Minute and on the news. Maybe it's fun for some of you to watch, but it's downright disturbing to me. I don't find any entertainment in the lack of love. If I had it my way, the only thing that would be on TV would be warm, fuzzy stuff and positivity to empower each and every one of us. Can you imagine a world like that? Absolutely exceptional. But for some reason, this new generation is wanting to see the, I don't know, to see their neighbors, to see their friends hurting in pain, being arrested, getting in trouble. Why? Because they feel bad about themselves. And that goes all the way back to their own lack of love. So, can you try to do something a little different today? Instead of gossiping about the neighbor across the street, instead of watching the demise of somebody being hauled off to jail or wanting to slam somebody on Facebook or to send a nasty email to someone that's made you unhappy, ticked you off, can you just stop and think for a second that all these bad behaviors and sad emotions are because that person feels a lack of love? Instead of hating them, instead of wanting them to pay or to have something bad happen to them, can't you just stop for a second and say, oh my gosh, how pathetic, how sad, that person must feel so unloved. There have been many studies by scientists and many books written by famous authors about the power of love. Love can change anything. Love can change a broken relationship. Love can even penetrate the most hardened of hearts and result in transformation. So I ask you, can you take a breath and before you want to go the opposite way, the lack of love way, can you please just send whoever's making you angry, making you sad, or someone that you really want the world to pay back, can you just send them love? If each of us do that, we may not know the result from that person, or maybe we will. We'll find out later. But it releases us from bad karma, from God's judgment, and it brings more love back to us. So, with love to each and every one of you, happy day, and let love transform this LOL epidemic, and let there be love.